The barrage of bullets sending 2 people to the hospital, and it lands a rapper in jail. 7 Sheldon Fox with the exclusive.
Pooh Shiesty was just raided after violating his release conditions only 3 months after getting out. Behind the flashy first day out celebration, the Memphis rapper was moving reckless in ways that quickly led to his freedom being taken again. While some fans say the feds played dirty, especially after he dissed them on his first day out song that now sits at over 25 million views, the truth is far more predictable than people want to admit. Today, we're breaking down exactly how he fumbled a real second chance. This rapper was supposed to be living his comeback when federal agents ran up in his spot and hit him with parole violations. And before anyone thinks this came out of nowhere, it didn't. From day one, he was moving like he didn't care about his freedom. The warning signs were there the entire time. Honestly, it almost felt like he was daring them to lock him back up. For those who haven't been keeping up, Pooh Shiesty came home after serving just under 5 years of an 8-year sentence. The feds originally wanted to hit him with 20 years, but his legal team managed to get that number knocked down. Still, coming home early on federal parole means you're under a microscope every single day. One mistake can cost you everything. When he first touched down, the rules were clear. Federal parole isn't a game. You got strict curfews, mandatory check-ins, limited movement, and constant supervision. But instead of moving smart, he acted like nobody was watching him. One moment that really raised eyebrows happened when he appeared on Ben the Dawn stream. During the live, his parole officer called asking where he was. He was supposed to be home for curfew, yet he was clearly outside. What made it even worse is that he lied to his parole officer while still on camera. Ben had to mute the mic because he knew that situation was dangerous. That single moment summed it all up. Pooh Shiesty wasn't protecting his freedom, and the feds didn't need much more than that to come back for him again.
Hello?
Yeah, you there?
Trey Williams, yeah, I'm at the house.
Yeah, keep it.
All right. Just go for it. Oh my God. Oh,
No.
you said what? Yes, I am. Yes, I am, man. Check it again. That's where I live at. That's where I live at. Refresh it. That's where I live at. Look. I ain't lying to you. I ain't playing no games.
You can mute the joint right now,
Trey. I don't play like that.
That's some truly reckless behavior. What makes it worse is that this wasn't a one-time slip-up. Pooh Shiesty had been moving like he was untouchable from the moment he got out. He was all over social media, flexing jewelry, cars, and still talking heavy street talk, acting like he wasn't technically still a federal prisoner on supervised release. But this situation goes deeper than just missing curfew. The real issue is that Pooh Shiesty has been telling on himself through his own music. In one of his lyrics, he openly said, "Out on paper with a fully ARP sitting on my counter." In the streets, people know Pooh doesn't rap just to rap. When he says something in his bars, it's usually tied to real life. For anyone who doesn't know, an ARP is a fully automatic weapon, which is something someone on federal parole absolutely cannot possess under any circumstances. What makes this even crazier is that he was staying in a halfway house as part of his release conditions. For those unfamiliar, when federal inmates are released early, they don't just go straight home. They're required to stay in a transitional facility called a halfway house. You sleep there every night, follow strict rules, and slowly earn more freedom over time. The goal is to help you adjust back into society, but you're still under tight federal supervision. Living in a halfway house means curfews are mandatory. You have to be back by a set time every night. You can't come and go freely. Any travel has to be approved. Certain jobs need permission. You're not allowed to be around other felons or known gang members. Every rule exists to keep you on a short leash while you prove you can follow the law again. And when it comes to federal supervision, there's no room for mistakes. State parole might give people some leeway, but federal parole officers don't play. They monitor everything. They can search your living space at any time, drug test you without warning, and send you straight back to prison for even minor violations. One wrong move is all it takes. For someone like Pooh Shiesty, who's known as the head of Choa Gang, the scrutiny was always going to be heavier. The feds don't just watch individuals, they watch entire circles. When you're tied to an organization, they're tracking who you associate with, where you go, and how you move at all times. And none of this came out of nowhere. This wasn't his first run-in with the law. The case that originally put him behind bars involved serious street activity. Back in 2020, Pooh Shiesty was connected to multiple incidents that drew federal attention. The main case centered on him meeting someone, robbing them, and then shooting them during the robbery.
Now, in just one station, surveillance cameras showing a new view of a violent shootout in a parking lot of a South Florida apartment building. The barrage of bullets sending 2 people to the hospital, and it lands a rapper in jail.
Court records show this incident was planned, not random crime.
It lands a rapper in jail. 7 Sheldon Fox with the exclusive.
Rhode Island says you're wanted with
Mr. Williams, you were arrested for pursuant to an arrest.
It fit a larger pattern of violence federal investigators had already documented. And that still wasn't the full story. There was also an incident where he allegedly opened fire at a club after his money was taken, striking a security guard who was only doing his job during a chaotic late-night altercation outside venue.
Popular rapper arrested. He's accused of shooting a security guard at a South Florida gentleman's club and will remain behind bars. A judge denied bond for 21-year-old Lontrell Williams.
Real talk, when you move like that in the streets, you're not only putting yourself in danger, you're risking the lives of innocent people who are just trying to earn a living. Federal prosecutors built their case using multiple incidents, including armed robbery, assault with a deadly weapon, and conspiracy charges. They presented Pooh Shiesty as someone who turned to violence first instead of using it as a last resort. The prosecution argued he posed a serious threat to the community and pushed hard for the full 20-year sentence they originally wanted. His defense team fought back, stressing that he was young, had real potential as an artist, and could still be rehabilitated. That strategy worked to a degree. They managed to get his sentence reduced to 8 years. It was still a heavy sentence, but far better than spending 2 decades behind bars. That reduction was supposed to be a second chance. When Pooh Shiesty finally came home, everything seemed to line up for him. His first day out song was doing big numbers. He was picking up plaques, riding in foreign cars, and rumors even linked him to India Love. The opportunity was there for him to build something legitimate and long-lasting. He had the momentum, the spotlight, and the resources to change his life completely. Somehow, though, he still found a way to fumble it. That first day out record wasn't just music. It was a declaration. He was letting the world know he was back, focused, and ready to take over the rap game. The song racked up millions of views, and for a moment, it really looked like he might be one of those rare success stories. The kind of artist who learned from his mistakes and used a second chance to create something real. But behind the scenes, the streets were telling a different story. People close to him said he never truly let go of that street mindset. He was still around the same crowd, still speaking the same language, and still moving like he couldn't be touched. That mindset is exactly where things went wrong. Federal parole doesn't work like state supervision. They watch everything. Social media posts, lyrics, music videos, associations, and daily movements are all monitored closely. When someone on supervised release is rapping about automatic weapons, that's not just entertainment. That's potential evidence. What really shocked everyone was how Ben the Don broke the news on his live stream. During the broadcast, Ben got a call about the raid. You could hear the disbelief in his voice when he realized they took everything and cleaned him out. Ben tried to play it cool at first, but word was already spreading fast. In the clip that went viral, you can hear Ben telling the caller, "You remember that bet when Buddy had this right here and I told you he's going to jail? He's going back."
You remember that bet when Buddy had this right here? And I told you, I was like, he going to jail?
Yeah.
He's going back.
The way he said it made it clear this wasn't completely unexpected. People who understood Pooh Shiesty's situation had already seen this coming. What made things more interesting was how Ben later tried to backtrack on Twitter, claiming the call had nothing to do with Pooh Shie. He tweeted, "I understand y'all gotta get y'all money, but that's cap as F. Shie ain't have a MF thing to do with that call." Whether he was trying to deflect attention or protect his homie is still unclear. Either way, the truth came out regardless. The raid itself was almost certainly planned well in advance. Federal agents don't just pop up randomly. They build cases over time, collect evidence, monitor behavior, and move only when they feel confident they have enough to act. Based on everything that's known, they went to his location, found what they were looking for, and took him into custody immediately. Not long after, blogs and hip-hop pages started reporting that Pooh Shiesty was back in custody. The DJ Academics later confirmed it by pulling federal prison records that showed his real name, Lantrell Donnell Williams Jr., his register number, and his updated release date of April 11, 2026. That date matters because it was his original release date before he was granted early release. That detail alone tells a lot about what's really happening here. This situation isn't about one mistake or a single violation. It points to a pattern of behavior that suggests Pooh Shiesty never truly respected his second chance. Ever since he came home, people in the streets have been talking about how he was moving, and none of it sounded positive. For anyone who doesn't fully understand federal parole, it's important to break it down. When you're released early from federal prison, you're still serving your sentence. You're just doing it in the community instead of inside a cell. The conditions are strict. Curfews, constant check-ins, no weapons, no contact with known felons, and absolutely no criminal activity. Break any of those rules, and you're going straight back to finish your time. The fact that his release date is now back to April 11th, 2026 strongly suggests this is a parole violation rather than new charges. If he had picked up new charges, he'd likely be facing additional time stacked on top of his original sentence. Instead, it looks like the system simply pulled back the early release and made him serve out the rest of the 8 years he was originally given. The big question is what actually triggered the raid. Was it lyrics referencing weapons? Was it being out past curfew? Was it associating with people he wasn't supposed to be around? Or did they find something during a routine check? Based on the timeline, it seems clear the feds have been building a violation case for a while. They likely had evidence of multiple issues: the curfew slip caught on Ben's stream, lyrics hinting at illegal weapons, and possibly surveillance showing prohibited associations. It probably wasn't just one thing, but a combination. This situation goes beyond just one rapper. It highlights a cycle that keeps pulling young black men back into the system. When someone comes from the streets, fully disconnecting from that lifestyle is incredibly difficult, especially when that same lifestyle is what made them famous. The music industry doesn't help either. Labels push authenticity, fans want raw street stories, and social media rewards the most extreme behavior. Artists end up stuck between maintaining the image that made them successful and staying free long enough to enjoy that success. For Pooh Shiesty, his entire brand was built around that street image. Choppa Gang, the gun talk, the robbery stories, all of that played a role in his rise. But once you're on federal supervision, you can't live that brand anymore. You have to evolve. You have to find a way to grow artistically without violating parole. That's a hard shift, but it's necessary. What makes this situation even more painful is the ripple effect it has on his community and fans. Young people look up to these artists. When they see someone get a second chance and still lose it, it sends a message that change might not really be possible. Pooh Shiesty had the platform to show kids in Memphis and similar cities that you can mess up, pay your debt, and still build something legitimate. Instead, he became another cautionary tale. The financial impact is massive. He was earning real money through streaming, performances, and potential endorsements. All of that stops once you're locked up. His team, his family, and everyone connected to his success now feels that loss. On top of that, legal costs add up fast. Federal lawyers aren't cheap. His family likely already spent hundreds of thousands getting his sentence reduced the first time. Now, if there are appeals or further legal moves, those costs could pile up again. The label situation gets tricky too. Labels invest expecting returns. When an artist goes back to prison, especially for a parole violation, that investment becomes risky. Some labels cut ties immediately. Others might wait, but projects get shelved and momentum dies. Either way, time lost is money lost. The saddest part is how avoidable all of this was. The rules weren't complicated. Be home on time. Don't have weapons. Don't rap about illegal activity while under supervision. Don't associate with known criminals. Basic guidelines that would have allowed him to stay free and keep building wealth. Just imagine what he could have done with 3 more years on the outside. Multiple albums, business ventures, investments, and long-term stability. Instead, those years will be spent behind bars while the industry moves on. Halfway houses are meant to help with re-entry, but they often fall short. They're overcrowded, understaffed, and frequently located in environments that make it hard to escape old influences. For someone with fame and money, that setting may not offer the structure or support needed to succeed. The parole system itself leans more toward punishment than rehabilitation. One slip can erase everything, even without a new crime. Still, the rules exist for a reason. Federal supervision is meant to protect the community while giving someone a chance to prove they've changed. When violations pile up, especially from someone with a violent past, the system responds. Now, Pooh Shiesty is scheduled to be released on April 11, 2026. Assuming no new issues arise, that gives him time to reflect and plan. The rap game will look different when he returns. New artists will have taken over, trends will have shifted, and his momentum will be gone. Starting over won't be easy. His legal team may try to appeal or seek another early release, but that's going to be harder this time. Judges don't look kindly on wasted second chances. The best thing he can do now is use his time wisely. Write, learn, and prepare for a different approach when he gets out. The real question remains, will he change, or will history repeat itself? This story is bigger than one artist. It's about choices, second chances, and how hard it is to change when everything around you stays the same. For anyone on parole or probation, the lesson is clear. Freedom is a privilege. Don't sacrifice it for an image that won't matter behind bars. Stay focused, stay free, and let success speak louder than the past.